So despite the challenges related to the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, our LionGlobal Disruptive Innovation Fund, or GDIF as we call it internally, performed very well in the full calendar year of 2020. In fact, it has performed well in previous calendar years too. And more importantly, thanks to the diversification that we have instituted, the overall risk taken by the fund was actually pretty low for the level of performance it delivered. This is evident in our Sharpe ratio for the same period. So we went back to basics and we looked for trends that span multi-decades and are structural in nature. We then put together an investable universe that consists of companies participating in these disruptive technologies. Some of these technologies you may have heard of before, like cloud computing, electric vehicles, or blockchain technologies. Others are more cutting edge, like quantum computing or artificial intelligence. Now, our analyst team periodically reviews our universe to maintain the quality of the companies included. So we have a two-step investment approach. First, we conduct a qualitative screening process, followed by a quantitative screening process. Now, on the qualitative side, we have an active analyst team who are constantly scouring the markets looking for new investment ideas and new themes in the market. We look for high-quality companies to include in our investable universe, whilst taking out companies that may no longer meet our criteria. And because we're investing in cutting-edge technology, some of these companies may not yet be revenue-generating. Hence, in order to balance these risk factors, we adopt a quantitative approach as a second step. So starting with a wide investment universe, our qualitative process narrows it down to roughly about 500 stocks. And then through our quantitative 5-factor model, we then systematically select the top 100 names for the final portfolio. This gives us an ideal balance between growth, value, and stability for the final portfolio. So GDIF is designed to be a long-term compounder, enabling the average investor to gain simple and diversified access to companies which are participating in the key disruptive themes. Now, I emphasize our focus on long-term trends because we often experience a lot of noise in the market. So irrelevant news, fears, market gyrations, all these may cause an inexperienced or short-term focused investor to just sell out right at the bottom sometimes. So take, for example, the trend towards electric vehicles, EVs, right? Regardless of the daily share price movement in Tesla or what Elon Musk may be tweeting today, the fact is most countries, including Singapore, expect to phase out traditional ICE, your internal combustion engine cars, by 2030. So in other words, if you think about it, if you buy a car today, the next time that you renew your COE, there may be no more normal petrol or diesel cars for sale. So when we talk about investing in this trend of electrification or electric vehicles, we're not just investing in a single stock like Tesla, we're investing in the entire concept of electrification of transport. And this is a long-term trend that disregards the noise in the market. So I expect the traditional old economy sectors to face continued disruption from new innovative technologies. And I believe we will see new long-term secular winners emerge. And these are exactly the companies that GDIF aims to invest in. So for example, in the last 5 years, e-commerce penetration of retail has grown to well over 25% in China and Korea, and over 15% in the US and UK. And I expect these figures will keep growing over the next decade. Now, technology has transformed the competitive environment and the addressable market in many sectors. For example, by bridging the gap between manufacturers and consumers, it's blurred the line between manufacturers, retailers, and streamlined the entire supply chain. So technology has also provided companies with new ways to lower their costs, improving logistics with cloud technology and using big data algorithms to help them organize their delivery routes. Now, With literally thousands of listed global companies that participate in disruptive and innovative technologies, how do you select the best, right? So GDIF's professional investment team screens a global investment universe, and we select the top 100 stocks. So firstly, we provide easy access to quality global disruptors that are profiting from long-term secular trends. Secondly, we provide diversification. Now, GDIF as a disruptor fund is much more than just a technology fund. We invest in thematic disruptors across all sectors, globally. We're careful to diversify our investments so that we invest across the ecosystem to gain exposure to the entire theme rather than just a single company. Now, thirdly, there is relative downside protection as well through our selection and screening process of high-quality companies to consistently compound shareholder wealth at a superior rate over the long term.